So, auf dem Weg zum Jesuitenberg, zum Eingang. Wir müssen noch warten auf 4 andere Leute, die auch diese Führung mitmachen. Ich habe gerade mal mit dem Guide gesprochen. Und ich sehe schon, ich muss hier auf Lowlight machen. Lowlight sieht schon besser aus hier, würde ich mal sagen. Okay, warten wir mal ab. Wow. Bonjour, bonjour. Hammer. Yeah. I see.
Do you have a special interest?
I'm just interesting in everything.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Because this is like the moment we enter the
Okay.
Jesuiten caves.
Okay.
This one they call the Voorberg, the
Okay.
Premontagne.
Yeah.
This part was a concession before, where the
Okay.
blocks were cut out,
Yeah.
and all these blocks were they were excavated. No, all the blocks here they are extracted
Yeah.
via that way.
Yeah.
Then came the bunker.
Okay.
They used to close all these connecting.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Yeah.
You feel the draft.
Okay.
You can feel it. So when you were here before with your little candle,
Yeah.
you open the door, then
Yeah.
the
Okay.
curse of the witch.
So we close it out. Yeah, I have a very strong light.
Das ist so schlecht, kannst du da oben halten, bitte.
Okay, we can do it like this.
In French, this was tuffeau. Tuffeau, yes.
Marne?
Marne, yes.
Yeah. Well, it was cut for the extraction of blocks.
Yeah.
I think it started before the Middle Ages,
Yeah.
but it wasn't well documented.
Yeah.
After the Middle Ages, it got more documented.
Yeah.
And in the 18th century, I think it was at its peak, and then it stopped because you cannot extract more, then it will become very unstable.
Yeah.
So at a certain time, I think early 1800, it was completely abandoned.
Ah.
And at that time, there were only some traces of people who worked here,
Yeah.
like all the black spots on the ceiling, or some names, or
Okay.
some little drawings of Maria, for example, because the people were religious, and it was
Because
quite
now we
exciting
don't.
to be down here with a lot of superstitious.
Yeah.
People, thought that the devil would be around this corner, so they had to protect themselves.
Ja.
The Jesuits, they were in Maastricht. It was their education
Ja,
to become a Jesuit. You came to Maastricht to study, and one day a week, the young guys, they had to go out. They had to amuse themselves. They had to find some entertainment, something not to do with the study, and they found these abandoned caves, and they started exploring them. But they also explored, they discovered that it was really easy to make a drawing with simple charcoal. And they also discovered that it was really easy to make a sculpture. So they started to do that.
Okay.
And at the same time, next door there was the patron.
Ich weiß es doch nicht,
boss
oder?
of the bar.
Yes.
He thought, well, I can do some
Guck
tours
mal hier.
to make some money. So
Okay.
the Jesuits, they would make some nice drawings or statues, and then he would make a tour for tourists to make some money.
Okay.
And this hallway is where that tour used to be. So we find here one of the oldest paintings, and also some commercials from that time for cigars.
Okay.
And on this side we also see
Die ganze Menschheitsgeschichte bald.
Ja.
a hairdresser. So this is, I think this is 19th century. A hairdresser making the
Wahnsinn.
coiffeur, Monsieur Candel.
Okay.
So you could look like this in the 18th century. Nice hair. But at that time also the caves were open to anybody. So anybody could, they paint a lot things from Jesus, like Jesus being taken off the cross, a reminder as well.
Oh, really nice. Guck mal, das hier.
Wahnsinn.
Ja.
Und das alles nur mit Schwarz-Weiß und mit Kohlestiften.
Ja. Und ein bisschen graviert hier. Cool.
Nee, halt ihn nur nach oben, weil sonst passiert.
Okay. So.
Aber so hast du den.
Ich kann
Nee,
noch.
geht's nicht.
So.
So ist besser.
Okay.
But it's laying on the wall. Where the card with the
Ja,
horse,
ja.
you take out all the blocks.
Ja.
And we have 3 levels of exploitation.
Okay.
They always start from the top. That's why you see all those black spots.
Ja.
That's where the candle or the little
Yeah.
oil lamp was. And a block is about the size of a man. So in your case, it's a big block. Small.
Ja, ich finde
Here you
das.
can see some of the vandalism again.
Das hier.
Okay.
This is one of the oldest ones. Made by
Oh,
Jesuits.
so. Cool. Ja, aber ich sag dir eins, also ich weiß nicht, wie du da ohne Führung hier deinen Weg finden solltest. Schade, ja. Ne? Oh, hier, guck doch mal.
No, this one.
Das ist ja.
More light. Wow.
Well, I can tell you that we have about 450 works of art that are documented.
450.
So we know who made it. and
Okay.
What in 06.
Okay.
So 1906, that was the time that they really closed down the entrance that is that way completely. And from that time, the Jesuits were the only ones to work and be.
Okay. You need some more light or is it okay like this? New York by night, by Nacht. That's nice.
And this is of course now,
Guck dir das mal an, ey.
because if we go, like,
Wow.
the most works made by the Jesuits is that way.
Okay.
But this way is more, you can see how it was before.
Okay.
And if you look closely to the floor, you can see,
Das ist halt.
you can almost see the tracks of the car. How they used to extract the blocks. Here you see, they cut the corner, roots
Oh.
go this way, and that way,
Okay.
further and further from the door of the witch. And you see those blocks there, you cannot go across it. So we go right to, we never go here with a tour.
Okay.
We go right to the edge of where we are allowed to go.
Almanak. So, noch aufpassen, vor lauter gucken.
Here you see some lines hanging.
Yeah.
It's also made by the Germans for some communication.
Okay.
And we left it hanging, of course, because it's also historical. It's,
Okay.
Did you this carry not
Oh wow.
not as much as possible?
huh? Sorry?
German people use this carrier with the communication or just in case?
No, the Germans, they occupied Holland, but they did not occupy, they let the Jesuits do their thing. Just until the end of the war, because then they got the interest to make a bunker for the fabrication of the bombs. But they didn't touch anything, they didn't destroy anything. During the war, no people were hiding here. So it was only the Jesuits. But since then, that part is completely off limits. The Jesuits were not allowed to go in the caves for 3 years.
Okay.
And the inspection des mines, the authority.
Yes, for best.
Ja, siehst du davon, das
Yeah, here it
Gesicht.
also says,
ist Wahnsinn, ist das. Ja, da hinten, oh, ich denke mal, das wird abgerutscht sein, weißt du?
Ja.
Da fällst du dann wahrscheinlich irgendwie ein paar Stockwerke tiefer. Stella Maris. Ja.
and you would expect that it would be easy to make hallways that are straight. In the other caves in Kaarstad, you would also see like a rectangular system. But here you can see if you shine in that, it goes a bit like
Okay.
this. It's a bit curved.
Yes.
Ja.
It's not all straight, so you could get lost easily. If,
Yeah,
if
I
there
see.
weren't-
I see.
If there were not that many drawings,
Ja.
it would be okay. And here you see 7.
Ja.
The system of numbers, it's not really
Okay. Hey.
Helpful.
easy to follow. This is hallway 7, the
Yeah.
long one, and then 77 is a connecting hallway.
Okay.
But I've never, I never could get my head around
Okay.
how it really works.
Ja. Wahnsinn, oder? Gott. Das ist krass. Das ist echt krass.
'77, 11. So it's connecting between 77 and.
Wow.
Yes.
This is one of the early drawings from the people who worked here. So this could be 18th century. It's a Maria with a baby, huh? The child
Jesus.
And here they practice to draw it, I think. And here they also
Yes.
try it. And if you see.
Grusel. Wie groß das ist hier. Wahnsinn. Wahnsinn, Wahnsinn.
Well, this is, well, there was a this was one of the works to
Ja, stopp.
stabilize the plafond.
Wow.
Yeah, we could make a choice now. I think that way is more beautiful than this. This, we can come across this later.
Okay.
We have to make a choice.
Yes.
Okay.
Wahnsinn.
This is, it looks like a child's drawing, and in fact it is.
Yes.
There was the Jesuits, they had a caretaker, like how you call it?
In German, it's Hausmeister.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
who's looking after things. Yes.
Yeah, they had like an outhouse on top of
Yeah,
the hill,
yeah,
and the caretaker, he also came down here to do some little jobs, and he brought his son, and his son drew these clowns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wahnsinn.
And they did it, I think, in this place because there were also some
Là-bas, c'est plus beau.
more protests, drawings
Yeah.
during the war. So the Jesuits, they protested against the Germans with a drawing, and
Yeah. Okay.
the chief of the Jesuits found it's not so nice to do that, so we take it away, and then this
Okay.
place was filled with this drawing.
Yeah.
C'est en 2026.
Ah oui.
C'est 2026.
Okay.
We see some of these cartoons coming back, made by the same student.
Yeah.
He could do this very quickly. He did this in one day.
Wow.
And he put something of himself.
Ce que tu attends et la réalité, c'est quoi?
Grave.
Ramses II. I don't know that much to tell about him. I think he was. Well, you put the light in a good direction, I think.
Okay. Nice.
This one is also the story that I think it's a copy. Yeah, it's a copy from a painting, but they said it was too beautiful. The woman was too beautiful for Jesuits, for young guys. It was too beautiful a woman here. They could have fantasies about it. So they got the instruction to make something ugly next to it. And that's over there. As I said, in the 60s, 61, 62, there were no longer that many young people who wanted to become a priest. So the numbers of Jesuits went down. And from the one year to the next,
Wow.
yeah, we are a national monument, so I think there are some rules for that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, the Alhambra. Yeah.
That's great. Wow.
Well, I told you about the big collapse in 1920,
Okay.
and then for 3 years they were not allowed to come here. But in the area that collapsed, they already made a sphinx, they made a big crocodile, they made the Alhambra, they made other works, and that was closer to the old entry. But they couldn't go there any longer, and they had to wait 3 years to come back again. And then the authorities, they said, you can come to this part. We are now really at the edge of the network.
Yeah.
And one of the first things they did was, we want to find water, because when you work all day here, we are thirsty. So they started to clear out this hallway. Again, imagine this was the original level.
Okay.
They excavated, and all the way down there,
Yes.
with the fountain of the lions,
Yeah.
and beneath the fountain, it's 8 meters deep
Oh.
to find the water.
Yeah.
And with an old pump, watch out not to fall, with an old pump on this side, They used to pump the water up there into an old bathtub and with big pipes. And if it works, it works.
Oh, wow. What do you do?
We cannot do it for too long.
Okay. Nice.
Today we cheated a bit. We took a little electric pump.
Okay.
And we don't have power. With some batteries we can make it work. And then we can pump up some water over there. And then for you guys, for the tourists, it's nice.
Wow, what the...
Yeah, but don't follow it. Watch out with the painting.
Ganz schön hoch, ja?
Oh, yeah. We do the tour the other way around. And
Okay.
when you come here, it's about an hour in the tour. People are like, oh, I'm a bit cold.
Okay.
But in the, I think it was in the 60s, this was a new type of
Heating, yes,
Yeah.
that's right, that's right.
it's more like an industrial monument.
That's great.
Now you're really at the edge of the
Yeah.
network, the furthest from the exit.
Lions Club. Mal ein bisschen runter. Gucken.
Moi j'adore.
Schön.
Qui sont qui?
Cool.
C'est la même personne.
Oh, regarde le petit ring, c'est ça.
À la main.
Guck mal da hinten, ja.
Wow.
Wahnsinn.
Wow.
Hat einer.
Atlas.
Tu vas voir?
Ça, j'ai bien aimé.
Tu vois le photo?
Voilà,
And here we also have this one of the smallest works behind you. There was the instruction with this that you should put your light in here. If you could shine on the ceiling or something,
Okay.
that this would.
Yeah. Great.
Where am I? There should be a little light on our face.
Yeah. Great.
Like the shooting yard.
Shooting range.
Shooting range. And the story goes that in these, I think it was end of the 19th century, there was a lot of smuggling here. Well, I'm making it interesting for myself. But this is not where we do the tour.
Jeanne d'Arc. La Vierge.
And then you start to learn all the stories, and you start to learn all the meaning. Oh yeah.
And it's kind of maybe what different.
And this is the Baroness.
Just
was-
one woman?
Yeah, but not a Jesuit. She owned the whole forest area here, and she owned the chateau next door.
Okay.
She was the owner of everything here.
Okay.
But in the 1950s, she. They cut some hallways. And they experimented a lot with paint because it's really difficult for paint to stay on the wall.
Yeah.
And here they started excavate some new tunnels as well. We will go to the other side of this one. But they stopped digging it. I think they have.
Okay.
Yeah. But sometimes you see on the ceiling, it's with a. I think this is also like. Now you can see the floor is more hard, because this is where the tourists go around the street.
No. St. George, the dragon killer.
Well, this is the memorial site a bit for.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, for people who were fallen in the war.
Okay.
Mausoleum. Oh, wow. Right. I think there were the names somewhere here. There were 3.
Wer hat denn das getraut, das zu bauen?
Wahnsinn, ne?
Das muss doch auch nicht alles, das ist
Ja.
These were
ja Wahnsinn.
killed in the war. Not all in, some of them in Russia, but also in the war in Indonesia. Magelang, Sabta.
Wahnsinn. Hast du den schon gesehen? Den Engel. Viel siehst du gar nicht, wenn du nicht direkt drauf leuchtest. Man muss auch nur gucken, dass wir den Anschluss nicht verpassen hier.
Der wird uns schon suchen.
Wenn er auf einmal ankommt. Ach, das Refektorium ist das, ja. Ja, das kannst du mieten, glaube ich.
Oh, da kein Trinkwasser.
Gehen Drinkwater, okay. Is it the refectorium?
Yeah.
Ja, okay. Refektoire, ja. Okay. Wow, Hammer.
A little podium over there, perhaps someone would make some music. And they have a big barrel of wine. I think it was.
Oh, well, let's open it, huh?
Yeah. And this table, of course, wood would really quickly
Ja,
rot.
ja,
This is
ja.
beton.
Okay.
And they used some rails. There used to be a little rail road across the valley, but at a certain time it got out of.
Schon krass. Sieht aus wie aus dem Comic hier.
Aber echt.
Karneval der Tiere? Ne, nicht gerade. Krass.
With the big light, could you also paint leftovers from the World War?
Okay.
They had to make all the cities dark,
Ja, ja, ja,
but they used this paint to
ja.
make some stripes on the wall so people could find their way home.
Ja.
But it was all the leftovers that were used by the Jesuits.
Okay.
What's
Nice.
that? It stays on there for a long time.
Ja, ja, ja.
Well, this is where they would change clothes. confirmed.
Yes.
That's what most people think. But they would change their priest clothes
Okay.
into something more comfortable to work in.
The dressing room.
Yeah.
Oui.
Cool. Du weißt gar nicht, wo du überall hingucken sollst hier.
And you can see a lot of graffiti also from groups that came visit us. In the old days, they used to do it.
That's pretty cool.
Everybody could write their name on the wall.
Us too?
No, no longer do it.
Kinder unter 4 Jahren reisen gratis. Ja, das ist cool.
T'as vu ça, les spéléos qui s'est monté? Là, là.
Speleo Netherland, okay.
J'ai pas compris ce que c'était.
Mhm. SAS. Special Air Service, okay.
Well, it's I think it's US. It's not British.
No, but US Air Force.
Yeah.
But they have special air service units too.
Okay.
Not today. Today they call it Delta Force,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. And the SAS, the American SAS, was the pre-runner of the today's
Of
Delta
the- okay,
Forces. Great. Das ist ja Wahnsinn, oder?
DDR.
Hä?
Markneukirchen DDR.
Ja. Ach, ja, aber nach der Wende.
Nach der Wende.
Nach der Wende, ja. Mann. Ja.
Can't really hear wow.
Ja. 5 euros for every wow.
Here's a work that
Ah,
in the floor. So again, you have to excavate all the debris that we walk on. Then you reach the floor of the excavation. You have to level it.
ja.
And because the Jesuits, they were in
I
education.
think so.
Well, I think it's a Swiss or Austrian story. It's a bit of a love story, like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Okay.
I've actually never had someone in the tour. Children, there is marriages that happen down here. I like your mom. Sorry. No, it's good. That's my compliment, but it's the compliment for the.
Ja, aber guck mal hier, die Türe. Das sieht aus wie echt.
Das ist unglaublich, echt.
Ah, hier riecht es auch nach Weihrauch. Hier riecht es nach Weihrauch.
Yeah.
I was not because I found this
I believe. Yeah.
that was more smaller.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good surprise.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it's difficult to make a good picture. If you use a lot of light, sometimes it destroys.
Mhm.
And before it was, now when people come on tour and you have a simple, if you have a smartphone, iPhone, it makes such beautiful pictures with only little light. It makes a huge difference. Yeah.
Wahnsinn, oder?
Oh, echt.
Well, here they, of course, they did not only come into the caves to make works of art. They also came here to do some praying, meditating. And this was all.
Genre, il y a la matière du livre.
Das harte Brot, ja. Gott.
Because the workers here.
This is a map of beer?
Yeah, I will come there. I will come there. The workers who made these tunnels, they, as you can see, from the top to the bottom, this is one and the same material. It's perfect for building blocks. It's no couloir. Okay. Everything.
Kannst du das Licht mal bitte machen?
Oder?
Weil das ist ja cool. Da muss ich ja nur drin verlaufen.
Ja.
Mathilde, tu peux venir?
Das ist ja cool.
Ja, das ist so gut.
Das ist doch ganz wirklich.
Ja.
Oh.
Wow. Ja. Wahnsinn. Ja, Pickelhaube. Da ist auch wieder irgendwas. Was ist das denn hier?
Ein Nilpferd. Gezeichnet, oder?
Ah, genial. Hammer.
No, it's closed.
Well, and castle is open.
Today, my friend goes.
So, wir warten jetzt nochmal von Weitem.
Aber vergesst die Ampino nicht.
Das ist ja Wahnsinn, oder? So, jetzt hole ich den Pinguin wieder.
Ja, hol mal einen Pinguin wieder. Ich mache nicht mal Licht runter, dass ich mal ein bisschen, obwohl der hat noch ganz schön.
Ist ja, ich glaube, hier kannst du dich tagelang aufhalten.